Hi, I'm the cello doll. And this is Celli. And this is our meet cute.
Falling in love is funny. It's weird, awkward, happy, or sad. It's a vibe. Where if you know, you know. Or do you? More than anything, it's personal and all around us. Inspired by true events and performed by real actors, Meet Cute presents When I Met You. When I first discovered the cello as a child, I was hooked, but high school was really the time to decide. Am I going to pursue this professionally? I decided I wanted to commit, do the whole audition train, and to do that I needed my own instrument. I'd been renting cellos for about 7 years, taking lessons in Boston with 2 teachers, and one of them knew a luthier. I'd say a private freelance string maker restorer. His name was Curtis Bryant. My teacher said, "Go, check him out. He usually has very interesting, unique cellos in his shop. Tell him I sent you." So I went with my mom. I was 16, and he was a super generous guy. And I tried out a couple of cellos, and he said, "You know, there's this cello I just got at an estate auction, and it was sitting in the attic for forever. No one had touched it in years." And he pulls out Celli. And I tried it out, and I was so taken by its unapologetic sound. Like, it's very robust. It has not sharp in a bad way, but more like a powerful, penetrating tone. Celli was one of the biggest sounding instruments I'd ever played. I was so enamored with it and its sound. I think a reason that instrumentalists are so tied to their instrument is the sound of that instrument becomes part of our artist's signature and identity. It's a little different than someone like a pianist. They go around and play pianos everywhere. They solo with the orchestra Steinway. But with our instrument, we take it everywhere. We perform on the same instrument. We practice on the same instrument all the time. It's an odd relationship we go through as musicians. Finding the right cello or violin becomes a part of us. And the reason my parents could afford Celli at the time was because it doesn't have a label. There's no maker, there's no autograph, no little sticker on the inside. It's an unknown maker. I think that kind of adds to the mystery of Celli. I ended up getting it. I tried it out at home. It's just such a big decision, I wasn't fully sure. And my mom said, "Well, can you go back to other cellos?" And I said, "No, I can't." And she goes, "Well, then you have your answer." I couldn't leave Celli. I couldn't part with it. It's so weird that I'm saying this out loud. It sounds like I'm getting married. Like, can you go back to dating other instruments again? No, never. I can't. I was a senior in high school, and we have these regional orchestras called All-State. They happen all around the country. I did the one in New Hampshire, and it usually happened around February. And you know, February in New Hampshire, it is freezing. The day before the concert, we were all crammed into these school buses with our instruments taking us from the hotel where we were staying to the venue. I remember we were packing up after the last rehearsal, and they said, "If you play a bigger instrument, we're going to take them on the truck and bring them to the concert venue for you. And they'll stay overnight so you don't have to drag them on the bus or haul them to your hotel room. You can go right to the concert venue in the morning and your instruments will be there." And I was listening to all of this, and I was like, nope, no one is touching Celli. So in the morning, I was the only person struggling to get that big case on the crammed bus to the concert venue, as I had every day. And when we arrived, the people in charge got on the bus and said, "Unfortunately, they never took the instruments off the truck." So overnight, in the middle of February, in New Hampshire, these stringed instruments were left in this truck in the parking lot. Pretty much every single string instrument had at least one crack in it. Not Celli. I took care of my baby. You want to know something that really bonded me to Celli? When you're in youth orchestra, you audition for seatings, but college orchestras are bigger beasts. I auditioned in Pennsylvania, Ohio, Boston, New York, our own little Northeast tour. I was traveling everywhere with this instrument. When I was younger, my mom would drive me, but then for my master's, Celli and I took buses together and commuter rails, and for my last degree, we were flying. We grew up together. It was me and Celli against the world. All of us at one point or another have this moment where we go, can I really do this? Am I really made to have a musical identity and make a musical difference? It can be a lot of emotional ups and downs. There was this time when I was having one of those days. I was trying to practice. I was really trying, but emotionally my head just wasn't in it. And I just started bawling my eyes out in this basement practice room, just crying. I realized that Celli sees everything, sees me struggling, sees me performing. My memories are embedded in it. Celli doesn't judge me. It's like my partner in crime, you know? A shadow of everything I go through. Hi, I'm the Cello doll, and this is my meet cute.